Most people look at avocado as the green heart of health, smooth, creamy, full of nutrients, recommended in almost every diet. But there's a truth many overlook for some people, especially after 60. Avocado isn't always the friendly companion we think it is. I've had patients who, with just a single slice, felt their lips tingle, their mouth itch, even struggled to breathe. The reason: latex allergy. The body, when sensitive to latex, can mistake proteins in avocado for proteins in rubber, and the immune system reacts fiercely. I remember Linda, 66. She thought her only problem was a mild reaction to rubber gloves. But one evening at a restaurant, just a spoonful of guacamole made her throat tighten, her heart race. Thankfully, we treated her in time. Later, she told me, "Doctor, I never thought avocado could be dangerous." I want you to imagine you walk into your kitchen, sit down with your usual salad, and minutes later, a wave of tightness hits your chest. That's not far-fetched. It happens when we don't know we carry a latex sensitivity. Many assume allergies are only for the young, but the truth is, after 60, our bodies grow more fragile, our reactions sharper. So if you've ever had latex reactions or felt itching or discomfort after eating avocado, don't dismiss it. Listen to your body. Safety begins with awareness, one bite at a time. Avocado has long been praised as nature's gold, rich in healthy fats, vitamins, and that creamy taste we all love. But here's what few people realize: eating too much in a single day can quietly become a burden to your heart and your waistline. I think of James, 70, one of my patients. Proudly, he gave up red meat to eat healthier by loading up on avocados. Breakfast, nearly a whole avocado. Lunch, half in a sandwich. Afternoon, a smoothie with avocado and condensed milk. The result: in just months, he gained 11 pounds. His cholesterol spiked, and he sighed. "Doctor, I thought avocados were supposed to be healthy. Turns out I overdid it." The truth is, after 60, our bodies need fewer calories but more nutrition in every bite. A single avocado can pack over 300 calories. Make it the main event instead of a side, and you'll quickly overshoot what your body needs. Instead of protecting your heart, it forces your heart to work harder. So I want you to picture this. Each avocado is like a brick of nutrition. Place it wisely and it builds a strong foundation. Stack too many and the wall buckles. That's why moderation, just a few slices on a salad or a small portion at breakfast, truly helps your heart and muscles stay light and strong. And have you ever seen someone grill an avocado half or fry it up in hot oil? It might look creative, but as a doctor who's seen case after case of digestive trouble and rising cholesterol from this habit, I can tell you it's a quiet mistake. Avocados are full of monounsaturated fats, the very ones that protect your heart. But just like a beautiful paint, if you expose it to too much heat, it breaks down and turns toxic. High heat cooking oxidizes those delicate fats, creating aldehydes and acrolein compounds that damage cells, fuel inflammation, even raise cancer risks. I remember Linda, yes, the same 66-year-old, who once loved avocado fries. She thought they were healthier than potato fries, but after a few months she complained of bloating, acid reflux, and her liver enzymes went up. Once she gave up fried avocado and went back to fresh slices in salads or on whole grain toast, her numbers improved, and she told me, "Doctor, I had no idea the cooking method mattered so much." So, remember, avocado is best eaten fresh, cool, and simple. That's when it truly loves you back. I want you to picture this: a fresh green slice of avocado, like a raw emerald full of energy. But the moment it's thrown into high heat, it breaks apart, losing that shine it once had. Our bodies after 60 are the same way. We no longer tolerate that kind of heat damage. That's why avocado should be enjoyed in its cool, natural form, added after your meal has cooled a bit. Simple, gentle, and yet it preserves the full gift nature intended. Now let me ask, have you ever rushed to make a smoothie in the morning, found your avocado still rock hard, and thought, well, the blender will soften it anyway? I've heard that story countless times from patients, and almost every one of them is surprised when I tell them that's a dangerous habit, especially for the gut after 60. Unripe avocados are loaded with persin, a natural toxin the plant produces to protect itself from pests. For bugs, it's poison. For us, especially aging digestive systems, it's a burden. It can trigger bloating, cramps, diarrhea, or even long-term gut issues. I think of James, 70, who told me, "Doctor, every time I drink an avocado smoothie in the morning, I feel sick all day." The problem: he kept blending firm, unripe avocados. Once we switched to only ripe ones, sometimes ripened naturally in a paper bag with an apple, his gut calmed down in weeks. I often tell patients, think of your gut as a garden. Ripe avocados are gentle fertilizer helping things thrive, but unripe ones are like harsh chemicals that harden the soil and weaken the plants. At this age, we must be patient. Wait for the avocado to ripen naturally so every smoothie becomes nourishment, not a challenge for your gut. And let me warn you about something even riskier, the avocado seed. Maybe you've seen it online, people grinding up the pit and calling it a superfood. I know many older patients who were curious thinking the seed must be even healthier than the fruit. But the truth, that seed is one thing you should never eat, especially after 60. Avocado pits contain persin and other toxic compounds. In small amounts, they may just cause stomach pain or constipation. But with repeated use, those hard fragments can scratch, even perforate the intestines, a life-threatening complication. I remember Peter, 68, who tried adding ground avocado seed to his smoothies because friends told him it had antioxidants. He ended up with severe stomach pain for 3 days, needing IV fluids. Later, when I explained the body can't even absorb those antioxidants, but it can absorb the toxins, he shook his head and said, "Doctor, I nearly brought harm on myself." I want you to imagine this clearly. Some parts of nature are meant to be eaten, and others are meant to be thrown away. The avocado pit belongs in the compost bin, not in your stomach. After 60, every small choice can determine whether you grow stronger or face unnecessary risks. And here's another truth very few people know: avocado, that superfood we praise, can actually create dangerous problems if you're on blood thinners. After 60, so many of my patients are prescribed warfarin or similar drugs to prevent clots or strokes. What they don't realize is how much vitamin K is hiding in avocados. A medium avocado contains enough vitamin K to completely throw off the delicate balance your doctor set with your medication. I think of Daniel, 72, who loved guacamole, ate it almost every day. When we checked his INR, the number that measures blood thinning, it had dropped into the danger zone. Not long after, he suffered a mini stroke. Thankfully, we caught it in time. Think of blood thinners like a scale, keeping your blood thin enough to prevent clots, but not too thin to cause bleeding. Suddenly loading your body with vitamin K, whether from avocado, leafy greens, or even green tea tips that balance sharply. For the young, it might not matter. For us, it could mean the difference between safety and disaster. This doesn't mean you can't eat avocado. The key is consistency. If you eat it, eat a small, steady amount and tell your doctor so they can adjust your dose. Don't gamble with your heart and brain over a food you thought was harmless. Because after 60, stability is not just comfort, it's survival. Many people still believe that leaving the pit inside half an avocado will somehow keep it fresh longer. It sounds logical, right? After all, the flesh right under the pit doesn't brown as quickly. But science has shown us that's nothing more than an illusion. Other than that tiny circle covered by the pit, the rest of the avocado, exposed to air, still oxidizes, still invites bacteria to grow. I remember Linda, 68, who used to keep her avocados in the fridge for days with the pit left in. She thought it was saving food, preventing waste. But one day she ended up with severe stomach pain and days of diarrhea. Tests later revealed she had Listeria, a bacteria that thrives in poorly stored food, and it can be especially dangerous for older adults. Picture this: avocado is soft, rich, and fat, a perfect playground for bacteria if not stored correctly. Leaving the pit in is like putting a tiny lid on one corner while the rest is wide open for germs to multiply. And after 60, when our immune system isn't as quick to fight back, even one case of food poisoning can mean dehydration, low blood pressure, even hospitalization. So what's the solution? Simple. Brush the cut surface with lemon or lime juice, wrap it tightly, and eat it within 24 hours. That's how you send your body a message: I'm protecting you, instead of trusting an old myth that never really worked. And let's talk about avocado oil. It sounds fancy, it's advertised everywhere as superfood and heart healthy. But here's the reality: many bottles out there are mixed with cheap oils or already oxidized before you even bring them home. Use that oil on high heat, and instead of healing your body, it releases toxins that quietly stress your liver and your heart. I think of Thomas, 73, who proudly brought me a bottle of discounted avocado oil from the supermarket. He said, "Doctor, I thought this was healthier than regular oil, so I fry my eggs with it every morning." But when I checked, the oil was cloudy, had an off smell, clear signs it was already rancid. No wonder he'd been feeling tired and his liver numbers were off. You see, avocado's delicate fats are like fine silk, beautiful but fragile. Under high heat, they break apart into toxic byproducts. For someone over 60 whose liver and blood vessels are already more vulnerable, that's a silent burden. The smarter choice is to use high-quality pure avocado oil for salads, drizzling over vegetables, or cooking at moderate heat. Respect it, and it becomes a gift to your body. And here's a lesson I've learned over decades with older patients. Sometimes the real enemy isn't the food itself, but the way we prepare it. Avocados are rich in good fats, vitamins, antioxidants. But throw them in a hot pan, grill them, or microwave them at high heat, and those fragile nutrients don't survive. Instead, they transform into compounds that trigger inflammation, stress the blood vessels, and speed up aging. Margaret, 68, used to bake with avocado and proudly told me, "Doctor, I thought baking would keep it healthier without using butter." Yet her blood work showed unusually high markers of inflammation. When we switched her to eating avocado fresh on salads mashed into cold dips, her heart health improved within months. Think of it this way. The nutrients in avocado, vitamin C, vitamin K, those precious monounsaturated fats, are as delicate as paper. One burst of high heat and they burn away, leaving behind toxic ash for your body to clean up. At this age, every meal is more than just calories. It's either medicine or a hidden burden. So love your avocados the right way. Keep them cool, keep them fresh on whole grain toast, in a bright salad, or just as they are. That's how you allow your body to receive the real gift nature wrapped inside this green fruit. And let me leave you with this thought: after 60, health doesn't begin in the pharmacy or the gym. It starts in the kitchen, in the way we choose and prepare every bite. An avocado can be a green medicine for your heart, your brain, your muscles, or it can quietly weigh you down if handled the wrong way. Our bodies at this stage are like loyal old friends, sensitive but always listening. Every meal sends them a message. Will you send the message of care or carelessness? If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe, because every week I'll be right here sharing stories, studies, and small daily habits, little choices that can change the way we age.